Again, everything will go towards your skill set, knowledge, abilities. Some of the your soft, skills, other hard skills. Getting a specific degree, for example, and entomology fits many areas. Medical entomology, forest entomology, fruits, vegetable entomology, urban entomology, regulatory pest management. A lot of folks who would like to work and travel. A lot of jobs are in Florida Department of Agriculture, Consumer Service, also Animal and Plant Health Inspection Services. 85% of our product come to Port of Miami, and the people who work on screening is like a passport. A person who comes in need to be screened. Okay, from where you are coming, are you bringing any, fruits, vegetables? But when the big ship comes in for blueberry, for example, or grapes and other, this ship need to be checked whether it's coming with the Drosophila suzuki, for example, and whether it has any residue limits. Not only insect, but then you need to see how many pesticides are applied in Chile or Argentina before these products get in. So regulatory pest management works really very nicely if you are young and want to travel all over the world. We have now several years. I just came back from Philippines, and a month ago from Aruba and Curacao. If I want to travel, it's very expensive for me to go into those areas because do the tourist spots and so forth and so on. Dr. Richard Benkin was a part of that collaboration. My boss, Dr. Neville Kanga, was part of it. So we went there to see why this palm beetle was there. Actually, it came from Egypt and Israel when they brought in some of the young shoots from those countries to Aruba and Curacao. And insect got in. Is a pretty insect. It's a good size insect, but somehow it was in concealed trunk, and somebody has not paid attention while screening it. So now last, I think it came there in 2009 or 10, but this year we are thinking it might have been eradicated because we have not seen any, beetles while we use its pheromones and traps and acoustic detection. So that looked like a very interesting, work which we executed. But then we went to Manila and Luzon province where they produce a lot of coconuts, and the coconut have again palm beetle. They have also Oryctus, one of the rhinoceros beetle, and we are thinking Oryctus or palm beetle might come through Pacific. We are not sure. These are some of the vectors and pathways. In Hawaii, it is already there, rhinoceros. There is another palm beetle. We were expecting red palm beetle might come through Aruba and Curacao, and there is another beetle which is called Rhynchophorus palmarum in Brazil. We thought it might come here because we are close to Brazil, but it went to California last few years, and they are trying to eradicate it. They want to contain it. These are all aspects of regulatory pest management. But if you want to work on vegetable, fruits, or any other area, or even weed biocontrol agent. Jessica, you work on weed biocontrol agent?
I do.
Okay, so could you tell us the story about that particular classical biocontrol agent?
Thank you for
We need to
putting me
learn
on
from
the
you.
spot.
Jessica just graduated.
So I actually worked with Dr. Haseeb for a hot second in 2019 and 2020 during the pandemic, helping him with traps on the marmorated stink bug. I work with Leucoceras chinni, the air potato beetle. Classical biological control in a nutshell is to reunify your native, or excuse me, not necessarily native, but your natural enemy to your pest, whatever it is, whether that be a weed or another insect that's invasive in your area. It goes through rigorous testing. The shortest time frame is about 10 years. I've seen it go upwards of 20 and 30, depending, but totally forgot my train of thought. Is that what you wanted? I'm so sorry.
Yes. And you also presented one in last international congress in
Yes.
Helsinki, Finland.
I did not present there. I just kind of piggybacked because
Participated.
it was in Finland. How could you not? But I was unfortunately unable to present. I was not a student at the time of abstract submission.
Oh, I see.
So I'm hoping to go to Kyoto.
Kyoto next year. So
Nice.
these are very big meetings. Sometimes you get more than 3, 4, 5,000. I think we have in Orlando a few years ago, and we had like 7,000 people. There are a lot of opportunity to work with these folks who are interested in a specific type of work. And please make sure you find a mentor. We are working with supervisors. Supervisors will bring you to academic degree at some point. But you need to be working with a mentor who will tell you what you really want, and based on their experience, they will link you with, potential, possibility, for a postdoc, for example, for a job you want to do at tenure track. There are many jobs, for example, industry, you will need somebody in industry background who will mentor you, who in that background. But if you are interested in USDA jobs or federal, there are a lot of folks here, like Dr. Legaspi is here, Hello Simmons, he just got one of the bigger award from Entomology Society of America, which is one of the bigger society for us, and they have like, how many branches? 5 branches, international branch, southeastern branch, southwestern, national, another. And they do excellent job too, so you need to be really working with these folks and find where you want to, develop your career. Without mentor, it can be challenging. I think ESA is promoting last several years now, or what it's called is diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Inclusion.
They have specific unit now. Ms. Stacy East is the lead on that, and if you need to have a mentor or so, she can connect with potential, mentors, and then from there you can then see if you want to make your career in urban entomology, for example, forest entomology, and others. And please be sure that you are always part of Florida Entomological Society as well as Entomological Society of America, because these are two, they will bring you totally new, angles to build careers, and then also we have opportunity every year we meet in different places. This year we are meeting for ESA in November in Maryland. Harbor area is a very interesting place to visit, and there will be a lot of opportunities. So the Eastern branch also meets in different places. Last time we met, I think, in Memphis. Memphis or so. Dr. Amanda Hodges, she was one of the president. Next year, I'm not sure where they are trying to do it. But these are some of the opportunities. Talk to people, make new friends, ask them questions. Because all these professionals, when they come, they will probably, and they bring a lot of experience too. Like if somebody has 25, 30-year experience and want to talk to you 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I think it is better to connect with them and find this person, how this person got into that job. Again, going back, I'm originally from Pakistan. I thought I need to bring some resources to have one job. But now Z generation, every 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, this is our dilemma in the United States. People are jumping between jobs. When I was high schooler and onward, I said, I need only one job and then I will keep it. It's not really positive and negative, but if you jump in between job in 2, 3 years, in 4 or 5, it can hurt your career. So think about that. I think a lot of new generation folks, they are very savvy in case of technology. They like hybrid courses, for example. They like to do online thing, but I think it's better to sometimes connect with somebody who is in person experience, to show you that, okay, I got in here, for example, in my case, moved to Japan for 4 years, working on Flortella Zalistella, which is one of the serious pests in Cambridge, California. And then I went to Harvard, kind of postdoc. So I went to Texas A&M to interview before my PhD completed. So my PhD need to be completing like you. I had only 6 months to complete, but my supervisor told me, why not you go over there and present your work some of the meeting, and then interview if possible. So please start early rather than waiting for your PhD or master. So at least 6-8 months. In that case, you are already connected. You already started that process. So I came and I interview in College Station, for example. I interview in one of the Kikala tropical research station in close to McAllen, and they offer me, okay, when you get your degree, you can come back here for a postdoc. So I started for a postdoc for about 1 year in Texas A&M, and another meeting we have in Bozeman, Montana in 2001, where I met Dr. Charles O'Brien. It's just a connection. I never knew who was Dr. O'Brien, for example, what type of people he was working on, and so forth and so on. And then somehow we got connected. And he said, okay, we have a project going on, and I'm retiring in 3 years. I said, okay, I'm moving from another country. I need to learn from him. I got jumped in that situation. But I was not sure how weevils are big group, is one of the biggest group within the community. And I got challenged for 4, 5, 6 months, but I try my best to, run with him. The issue is when you are working with a professor who has like 30-year experience, this professor is highly decorated person, and he has so precision, whatever he does. So in that case, I think you need to run with that person if you want to achieve. But then everything will open at some point. For example, I went to Japan and I started learning. 6 months were very, very killer. And I say, okay, why not do I need to give up? Because Japanese, I'm learning like a elementary school child, and it can ruin my life. But because, I have to complete my degree on time and not have other opportunity, I move forward. And when I learned Japanese, everything became so open. We were, talking within the street, buying things and so forth and so on. And society is conservative, but then when you learn language, everything becomes very, very easy. Same way, first few months are challenging for people who are non-native to come in the United States, but when you learn certain things, do certain things the way they want, it can be very interesting. For example, I was using, we were British colony in Pakistan, but I was using like some of the language you use. The other day you came to me and asked me, Doc, I'm going to get drunk. And I say, Larry, I'm busy with USD Pen, and what you were talking? Doc, I have a pain, I want to go to get drug, and somebody help me. So drug can be challenging. You need to use medicine or something. So I was using, some of the wording like torch. Charlie, can I have from your bonnet or maybe from your car a torch? He said, what is torch? We don't use this. Are you talking about flashlight? Take those tiny wording sometimes. Footpath, for example, sidewalk, for example, trunk and bonnet. These were little things, but when I move forward, I have really challenged with Charlie because he was, again, too precise. The scientific name became, for me, of people very difficult. So when we travel, then he teach me. I have not taken Latin. People who take Latin, they are very, very good in pronouncing the scientific name. For example, Palitoria Blanchard, Drosophila suzukiai, and Thanovas eugenie, and so forth and so on. But the way he did not understand. They say, what you are talking about, this Malceras and Postulatas and datas, I need to pronounce this way, but when you do that, nobody will understand it. So he taught me many, many species names which we were working on specifically during when he was driving, and he was an excellent driver. And he also not teach me, curriculum thing, related thing, but he also taught me other things, where, I wanted to be successful. And I think that's why you need somebody other than your supervisor. You need to be mentor. You need to connect with this person and move into the direction where you want, but then you need this person to bring you here. Princess Croxton, I'm good.
So if y'all have any questions for us,